In this video, we're how to use NetBackup IT Analytics controlled attributes. So we get to those attributes via the Admin tab, and then from the Admin tab we go to Advanced and we will find Attributes. By default, we will suggest these 9 commonly used attributes. They're available for you to begin to use. For purposes of this simple training video, we're going to go ahead and add one. And we're going to do something which is completely frivolous, which is to associate an attribute called favorite fruit with, call it fruit, and we're going to associate that with our hosts, our clients. So when we define attributes for ourselves, we can define our pick list of values. So I'm going to say we're going to have 3 values here: apple, banana, and orange. And when I do these within this user interface, just no space between the comma and the next value. If I want to sort those by order, if I could, and I could just, if I want to also add an attribute description, I could do that for training. We're not going to talk about allowing inheritance. That would be something for a portal with multiple domains. For almost any end customer, you're going to have one domain. All right, so we can see that by bold, we get an indication that this is defined for us. It's associated with our domain, and there's our 3 attribute values. Now, awesome. Remember, these could be application names, business units, it could be criticality, it could be anything. And the key here is that these are mechanisms by which you can associate business intelligence or just other affiliations of information with information or objects within NetBackup IT Analytics. So the simple way to do this is to go back into our inventory, and we can click on our hosts, and at this stage, if you recall, we can go to our inventory list, and if, for example, I wanted to choose our NetBackup master server and I wanted to set that with the attribute of the apple, then I would simply highlight that object. I clicked on attributes, and then I will double click on the pencil here, and there's our pick list that we just defined, and I'm going to go ahead and assign this the value of a fruit of apple. Now for the next set, I'll go ahead and assume that I want to make the media server very simply just trying to get a distribution of values here. Same mechanism. I'm going to go ahead and say the media server is a banana. And now I'm going to go ahead and make our AD server an orange. And in fact, to demonstrate what we can do, I can actually grab all or many other servers here. And if I wanted to apply the same attribute to all of those simultaneously, I can just do as I did. And when you see multiple values, it indicates that from that selection set, one or more of them differs at the point that I chose to do that. So we'll go ahead and just apply it for all. And within this view, we talked previously about the ability to add columns. Attributes are something that's known within this engine. So I can actually go in, and if I hit my refresh button here, notice I talked previously about the fact that these the inventory is based on a snapshot. We're going to go ahead and refresh our list of attributes. Now if I go down into our columns, we will see the attribute that we added called fruit. If I want to see that displayed within the work that we did here, I can see it now as a column. Now if we go back to our inventory report, we're actually going to see a visualization of that distribution that we just created. So when we went through with the work that we just did, we defined 1 apple, 1 banana, and 7 orange attributed hosts. And we can see the count for those, and just to bring home what we just did, when I select any one of these wedges, we notice the focus changes to just those 7. And down below here, I'm seeing the specific 7 hosts that carry that attribute. Similarly, if I wanted to change the focus around the apple or the banana, I can see that happen. And what's key about this, what we're doing visually, is that same mechanism attributes are exposed for report template scoping. So we'll talk about scoping in a separate video. That's how we can manage attributes. You don't have to manage attributes within NetBackup IT Analytics. You don't have to manually add them in the way that we did. You're certainly welcome to, and we have many customers that choose to do that. You can have an external source of record that you would use to bulk load and facilitate attributes. And basic mechanism of that feed would be a comma separated value list. Typically the first column would be the host name, and then one or more attributes would fall behind that. As long as those attributes are known and defined within your environment, the bulk loader, whether it be through the user interface or through a utility that's available at the command prompt, either way you can go ahead and bulk load host attributes.